I love to make granola. Granola is wonderful any time of the year. You can throw it in recipes, use it in the kitchen, throw it on yogurt for breakfast, or just eat it with milk. It is so great to have around as a snack. While you don't want to eat too much of it because it really can add up and expand in your stomach and make you a lot more full than you realize, it is an awesome thing to make. And when it gets a little bit colder outside in the fall, I love to come in and make a warm batch of granola. And one of my favorite things to do is to make a pumpkin spice granola. I know that sounds a little odd and everything seems pumpkin spice these days, so if you don't want to think of it as pumpkin spice because that almost seems like an advertising gimmick anymore, you can just call it an amazing fall spice granola, and you are gonna love it. To start, you just want to make the sweetened mixture that you pour over all the dry ingredients. In a small kettle, you just want to combine some coconut oil, a little bit of canned pumpkin puree. Make sure it's 100% canned pumpkin and nothing like the canned pie filling. You don't want that. Then some maple syrup and some honey. I'm using a wildflower organic honey, so that's why mine is a little bit solidified, but use whatever honey you have on hand. And then just a little bit of molasses. That's really gonna lend to the fall flavored spices. A little bit of vanilla. And then finally, all the spices that make this dish so delicious. Some cinnamon, a little bit of ginger, and a little bit of cloves. Don't go too heavy on the cloves because they can easily be overdone. Next, you want to add some nutmeg. When you're using nutmeg, it is really best just to have fresh nutmeg on hand because nutmeg, if it's already ground, is one of those things that can go rancid really quickly. So just keep some whole nutmeg on hand and just grate it right into your dishes. Set it on the stove to melt. As that's melting, you can put together all of your dry ingredients. Of course, you want to start with the classic that's in all granola, some old-fashioned oats. Do not use minute oats here because they will disintegrate to nothing. Make sure to use old-fashioned oats. Next, the nuts, and you can really play around with the nuts, and if you like one better than the other, just add more or trade them out. For this, I love to use some pecans and some slivered or sliced almonds. Now for the seeds, and once again, whatever seeds you like, but I love to use pepitas or raw pumpkin seeds, some raw sunflower seeds. You really want to make sure you use raw, untoasted of all these seeds and nuts because you're going to be toasting and flavoring them with everything else, so you don't want any added salts or flavorings. And then finish it with some shredded, unsweetened coconut. Once again, make sure it is unsweetened because there is enough sweetener in the liquid. Once you have that all mixed together, just add in some wheat germ. Wheat germ definitely helps on the health front of this granola, but it also gives a little bit of substance and adds a little bit of wheaty flavor that you don't necessarily notice is there, but without it, you really notice it. So it is delicious to add in. Mix in the wheat germ and then set it aside. By now, everything should be melted or melting together on the stove. Add a little bit of salt, just because every sweetened dish needs a little bit of salt, and then stir the salt in. Once everything is completely dissolved and melted together, just take it off the stove and pour it right over all of your dry ingredients. Stir it until everything is completely coated in this amazing liquid, and then pour it right onto a sheet pan. See how easy this is? It really goes together so quickly. Throw it right into your preheated oven. And then for about 45 minutes, you just want to stir it every 10 minutes or so. As it dries out and crisps up, it is going to start smelling amazing in your house. You're going to be smelling fall, and everything is going to excite you for the upcoming season. If you can't notice, I kind of love when a change of seasons come because then I can make all these wonderful new baked goods and things in my kitchen and the house smells amazing. Once you're finished in the oven, you're going to notice that it has really dried out. Just bring it out and let it cool completely before you store it in any container. This really keeps for quite a while in an airtight container, but if you want to keep it a little longer, keep it in the fridge or freezer and it will keep for at least a month. This is great to give as gifts. It is fabulous to take as a hostess gift if you're going to someone's house, because who doesn't love homemade granola? And this pumpkin spice blend is going to be amazing. And anyone that likes anything pumpkin, this is going to be their go-to granola. If you agree and like this video and are excited for fall, make sure to click like below and click subscribe to make sure you are up to date on all of the videos by The Gray Boxwood. I love making these for you and I love hearing from you, so make sure to leave me a comment. Thanks.